Hi everyone, Dr. Doolittle here, sitting out on the patio. Went for our walk this afternoon with Merlin, and it's breezy. Keep pulling my bangs down and the wind keeps blowing them back. We just hadn't said hello to everybody for a couple of days, so we thought we'd say hello, let you know we're all still here. There's little Merlin watching the people come home from work. He took his walk and he was a very good boy. He likes watching all the people. And I'll let y'all stare at Merlin, and I thought I'd tell y'all a little story today while we were sitting here for a few minutes. That Saturday was my daddy's birthday, so I thought maybe I'd tell you a story about my daddy today. That most people know about NASCAR, and I think most people know that maybe NASCAR came from all the moonshiners back in the day during Prohibition, when they used to try to outrun the law, and they'd race their cars and they'd try to see whose car was faster. Well, most people think that's just a southern thing, but I was born and raised in Michigan till I was about 16, 17 years old, and that's where my daddy and mama are laid to rest. And my daddy grew up in a small town in Michigan called Ionia, and he used to take the moonshine to wherever it had to go. I don't know how many people that listen to my videos are old enough or have ever watched the Waltons, but there were two little old ladies on the Waltons, Miss Mamie and Miss Emily, and they made what was called the recipe, which was a form of moonshine. And Miss Mamie and Miss Emily made this moonshine. Well, according to my daddy, there was a little old lady in Ionia County that made moonshine, and she made it. They hid it underneath my grandpa's basement steps, and my daddy and my grandpa ran the moonshine. And that's where my daddy learned to be like a race car driver, and he did that in his older days. He was part of a group of stunt car drivers that went around to county fairs and such. They were called hell drivers, and my daddy could flip cars and jump through things and do all sorts of crazy stuff, and he taught me how to drive. And even when I wasn't driving a stick shift, I was left foot braking, and everybody used to say, "Why are you left foot braking?" And I said, my daddy said that it was faster and easier to brake a car than to pick up your right foot and put it over there, that you use both feet to drive. So that's what I always did. But yeah, my daddy used to run shine when he was a younger man. He'd be, like I said in a video the other day, he'd be 98 years old if he was alive. But yeah, my daddy was a moonshining person. So that was my story for the day about my daddy, the moonshiner. In his later days, he worked, he got his degrees and stuff, and he worked and did business stuff. He sold cars, and then he worked in Michigan. He worked in an accounting firm and did money stuff. And when we moved to Alabama, he worked for one of the banks and did collection work. So, oh, and that came in handy because one day he had to go talk to a guy about repoing his car, which was pretty sad. And the guy was up in the hills, and the guy my daddy knew had a still. And the guy used to shoot at people because he thought they were revenuers. And my daddy told him, "I know what you're doing up there, and I used to run shine, so I know what's up." And him and my daddy had a nice long chat that day, and he let my daddy have his car. So you never know what's in your past that might help you do stuff in the future. But there's Mr. Merlin. To me, see, there's the wind blowing my hair. Don't I just look lovely? But we're having a nice Tuesday afternoon. I hope you enjoyed my little story about my daddy. And Merlin and I need some more followers. So if you're watching this video and you like it, you need to follow me, because I need some more followers. And we love y'all, and have a nice Tuesday afternoon. Bye.